Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man.
What's up, guys? Whew, I'm tired. Alright, I'm doing this because I love you guys, right? Just came back from work, ate a little bit, tired, but you know, again, I mean, I've said this before. I'm doing this for the select few that love the lives, right? They love the lives. They love joining the lives. They love, you know, participating in the lives. I have a handful, right? Probably a couple, right? 4, 5, about, you know, a few handful of followers that really like the live. And I'm doing this for them, right? Because I love their support. I'm very humble by their support because, again, you know, I'm a nobody. I'm that most averages of average men. So to have anybody, right, that likes, listen to my message, listen to my thoughts, that supports my content, I will love it. I will show my love and my respect towards it. Okay, because again, I'm an average guy, and we don't get enough people out there, right? Enough content creators that support average men. We got plenty that shit on average men, right? We got plenty of those. But we don't have many, if any, that support average men. We have creators there that wants you to push you to be, you know, high value men. But in my honest opinion, most men can't be it. Most men won't get there, right? I particularly promote you to be the best version of yourself, right? If it is to make 6 figures, if it's to upgrade your job, your mindset, your you know, your physique, whatever, just to be the best version of yourself. Because again, the world, the backbone of the world, right? What built upon our society, what's our society is built upon is the backs of average men. The backs of average men, right? So, you know, that's why I persevere to create my content, okay? But because of that, right, there's this video. I'm going to make a TikTok of it, so you know, you'll probably see it down the line, but I wanted to show this off, right? You may think it's weird that Kevin Samuels, I mirror I mean, again, I've said this before. Do not follow any content creator, anybody, idol, celebrity, whatever, full time. Do not worship anybody. Do not listen to someone's words 100%. But a lot of things that, let's say, Kevin Samuels says, I agree with, and I mirror my ideology after him. A lot of things, but not everything, because again, we're different people. We're different people, different types of men. So he does a lot of times fall into the high value men category. But this video is a perfect representation of my ideology and what I base my platform upon. So let's check this video out.
And $45,000 to $50,000 and go off and have a couple of kids. I mean, this is your life.
Oh my God.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I mean, and so hold on. And this is why I need to. I know you sound like I'm joking, but I need you to understand. I'm talking about a man who's a solid, decent man. I'm not talking about a bum. I'm talking about an average working man who works hard for his fucking money.
Okay.
A solid, tax-paying, God-fearing, mother-loving, apple pie, hot dog, baseball motherfucking citizen. And you're chuckling like I'm joking. I don't play when I'm talking about the men I respect and advocate for. And you ladies think just because you're making a little bit more money, you can laugh at these men. That's some bullshit. Especially when you're average. And you are below average. And get off my, no. Take a break because I'm going to calm down. Nope, absolutely not.
I'll lecture you. Okay. How old are you?
You'd be very well off to get a guy.
That's the thing, right? Women are making more money than ever, right? They're in a lot of cases, they're probably outpacing men. But women's money does not make them above average partners. It makes them probably above average human beings, right? Again, women's money, why does it not make them above average partners? Because men don't value it. Women don't give it. A woman that makes six figures, she's not providing for you, right? She's not paying for the dates, buying you presents. She's not providing for you. So that is why when it comes to dating, men and women interaction, women's money does not add value to them. Now it can, help them, right? It makes them like, it's a good thing that they're working, that they're not necessarily leeching off of you. But again, in attraction level, right? Why does a banging ass looking woman is more valuable than a 6-figure, 7-figure woman? Why? Because again, her looks, a woman's looks, her body, her youth, men benefit from, because women give it to men, right? Women give their bodies to men. Women doll up for men to view. While women's money, they don't give to men, right? They don't provide for men. They don't splurge on men. They really, you'd be lucky, right? If she thinks about you one time to buy you a present. Nothing special present. So in general, that doesn't necessarily make you more attractive, okay? And that's the thing what I'm talking about. Yo, Mystic, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. And that's the thing. And why I see that women are delusional in this, right? This is why I build my content, right? Supporting average men. Average men. Good average men. And this is why I do the lives, make the videos, because we don't have enough support for good average men. And this is why this man is the GOAT. This man is the godfather, in my opinion. Right? Just the way he let's watch it again.
Who's earning $45,000 to $50,000 and go off and have a couple of kids. This is your life.
Oh my God.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And so hold on. And this is why I need to. I know you sound like I'm joking, but I need you to understand. I'm talking about a man who's a solid, decent man. I'm not talking about a bum. I'm talking about an average working man who works hard for his fucking money.
And that's the thing, right? Good average men. Why I said good average men? We're gonna do a Kendra G reaction, right? Practically every single woman on Kendra G asking for a 6-figure man, a rare man. It's like, great, fine, whatever your preference is, cool, but that is delusional, right? Because why? You want a good man. You want a 6-figure man to be good to you, you want such a perfect man when you are so beyond average in the dating market. Great, you make 6 figures. That doesn't make you above average in the dating market. Okay? It doesn't. Women's money does not add value to them, or doesn't add much value to them. So I've always said this. Why not just ask for a man? I want a man that just works. He pays his bills. He's not struggling. He's not, having zeros in his bank account. He's not begging and asking for money. Just want a man that is a responsible, good adult. But no, I want a top quality man, top level man. And then you surprised that you can't get him.
Okay.
A solid, tax-paying, God-fearing, mother-loving, apple pie, hot dog, baseball motherfucking citizen. And you're chuckling like I'm joking. I don't play when I'm talking about the men I respect and advocate for. And you ladies think just because you're making a little bit more money, you can laugh at these men. That's some bullshit. Especially when you're average. And you are below average. And get off my... No, just no.
That's the thing. These women are average to below average. And yet they can't realize what they want isn't average men. And cool. If they don't want average men, cool. But don't be surprised that you can't get it. You can't get him. Don't be surprised that if you can have sex with him, he's not going to commit to you. That's the thing. So, this is what I advocate for. Good average men. Okay, so that's how I wanted to show that because I love this clip. I really do. I'm going to make a TikTok of it. So, because I love this clip. Smoke, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah.
Did you try on?
All right. So, as always, let's start with a Kendra G reaction, right? Let's get the ball rolling, the blood flowing with a Kendra G reaction. Thank you guys for stopping by, right? Spending your Saturdays with me. You guys are amazing.
Different platforms?
I did try on Instagram, but you've seen me before. You've
Oh, you were
talked
here
to
before?
me before.
Okay.
No, you talked to me with my son. His name is Latifah.
Where did I talk to you at?
At your house.
Oh, Dre. You call him Latifah. I call him Dre.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. I was like, Latifah. I don't know Latifah.
And each
So
time
you're his mother?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. He told me a lot about you. Let me.
You know what? That is crazy, right? Here's the thing. Mystic said, how crazy can you be when women would rather be single than be with an average person like themselves? Here's the thing, right? I don't care, right? I don't care if people just stay single for the rest of their life. I don't. What I do care about, what I do react to, what I do put my 2 cents in is that you complain. That is what because again, that is lack of accountability. When you are single, right? You want a 6-figure man, you want a certain type of man. Okay, cool. You can't get him? You stay single? Cool. On the flip side, I won't say shit to that. Because again, you do what you want. If you can't get the man you want, you staying single for the rest of your life, cool. Yet, if you can't get the man you want, then you complain about the men around you. You complain about men in general. That's when I say shit, right? That's when I will say shit. Because again, women can't realize that it's your own fault, right? You lack accountability. It's your fault that your life is how it is. So that's when I will say shit.
Take a picture and text. Girl, do you know you on this show, girl?
I called him and told him to tell you I was coming on. He said no.
Oh my God. I'm going to text him and tell him. No, I know your son very well. When you said Latifah, it threw me off because I don't call him Latifah. I call him Dre.
Okay.
All right. You ready, mama?
I'm ready.
All right. Literally, mama. What's your name? Lola.
Lola.
So you live in Texas, right?
I live in Houston. I moved from Dallas to Houston.
Okay. How old are you, Lola?
56.
Okay, 56.
56. And this beyond average woman is still in the dating market. 56. And you still can't find a man to commit to you long term. Yeah. She's a walking red flag.
You have any kids? Is Dre your only child?
No, I've got Asia.
Mystic, I will be talking about the settling thing. I have a clip talking about that.
So I have 2 boys, which is including him, and my daughter Asia.
Okay, what are the ages?
They are 31, 36, and then he's 41. And he's like he's not my.
Yeah, no, he's not your biological son.
Yeah.
Like, you know that. He's not your biological son. Okay. So Lola Houston, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
Teacher. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
A Cancer. All right. So we got Lola Houston, 56, Cancer, is a teacher. Mom 2-3, but 1-2 biological, correct?
Yeah.
Have you ever been married?
I have. I'm divorced.
Okay. Are both of your biological kids by the same man?
They are not.
They're not 2 men. Okay. All right. Was you married to one of their fathers?
No.
No. Okay. So you had kids by 2 men, but then you married somebody else.
I did.
Okay. When did you get divorced?
56. 2 natural kids, right? 2 biological kids by 2 different men. Married to a man that wasn't the father of either of those kids. Couldn't make that work, right? You found the simp that would marry a single mom, and you couldn't make that work. Couldn't make it work with the 2 baby daddies. Couldn't make it work with the simp that would accept a single mother. This is the thing, right? I think women get too many chances. Because this is the thing why I said dating is easy for women. Yo, hybrid, thank you for stopping by. Women, I said this, right? Women have dating so easy. It is on absolute easy mode. Okay? Dating is, I cannot say it enough. Dating for women is so easy because no matter you're fat, you're skinny, you're ugly, you're pretty, you're old, you're young, there will always be men out there that want you. Of course, want to have sex with you, but hell, they would even want to date you. They would even want to marry you. Okay? Here's a woman that can easily find a man. Okay? So this is the thing where it's so easy for women. This is why I'm so critical. When you have it so easy, yet you fail continuously, it is only you. You are the common denominator. You are the root of your problems. And that is why it is a red flag that you are still single in your later years. You are a walking, talking, ugly ass red flag.
Most recent, and I don't want to say when, but it was very recent.
Is it officially divorced?
Oh, very much so. Yes.
Okay, officially divorced. All right, Lola. So Lola Houston, 56. She's a Cancer, mom to 3, 2 biological, married once, is divorced. What kind of man you looking for now? You already ready, girl.
So I am looking for, we all say God-fearing, and I do want him to believe in God. He needs to be a mature man. One with some values. He has to be a 6-figure man. That's all I'm used to, and I'm not taking anything less than that.
That's all she's used to. You know, this is why, this is right here on this channel is why I said, right? I don't promote high value men because again, being a high value man does not make you, less of an idiot. Okay? Doesn't make you not a simp. Doesn't make you a fool. Doesn't make you all that valuable in my eyes. Okay? When you have 6 figures, and this is what you desire, this is what right here, this woman, this type of woman is what you go for. Honestly, you have very little self-respect, very little love for yourself. It's ridiculous. This is why I had the Kevin Samuel thing, right? Clip in the beginning. Is that this is the thing. Be realistic. Stay single. Buy a dog. Buy a cat. Die alone. Because you will, if you're so used to dating six-figure men, yet you continuously fail at it, right? You have not produced a long-term relationship. You are still in the dating market. It shows you that, you know what? You are the root of your problem. You can't find a man that you want. You will be the reasoning why it doesn't work out. So, since you are the root of your problems, stop doing it. Stop doing it. It's only going to result with continuous failures.
That is all that I'm used to. Technically, I prefer a Nigerian man because that's what I have had, so I've been accustomed to a few things.
So you had this man. Why did you leave the man that had this?
Because he's deceased. That's why.
Okay. Okay. Well, I pried too much. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
thank you, Kendra.
Okay.
Did you have one? I mean, have them all? Again, she said she's used to it. One does not make you used to. Okay, I've dated one. I've dated 8, right? One attraction level 8. So when I say I'm used to attraction levels 8, no, not really. Okay, the majority of women I've dated were 5s at best. 5s, maybe 6. Average women. She probably killed him. Yeah.
This was the man you were married to?
No.
Oh,
well, I was married to him, but he passed away, and then I got remarried.
Oh, so you've been married twice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you've been married once. Okay. Did the second guy have all those things? Was he Nigerian?
Absolutely. He did.
Okay, so don't play with her. 6 figures, so
No,
at least
don't play.
100K.
I mean that.
Then why did Kendra ask? This is why this is why I don't like Kendra's show, right? Okay, you said sorry for the first guy. Cool, whatever. What about the last one? Right? This is the thing where this is the problem with a lot of women. Oh, I'm used to 6-figure men. I'm used to this. I'm used to that. Okay, great. But was something you're so used to, why has it not worked out? Fine. One guy died. Okay, cool. But that doesn't mean that he's the only guy you ever been with, right? You've been with, at 56, plenty of other men. So really, okay, move on. Why didn't the other relationships work out? Since they're all practically the same, right? Nigerian 6-figure men. And yet, it's a ring of failures.
Lola, if he made 85K, you couldn't do it.
If he has a grown adult child, yes. If not, no.
Okay. Woo,
Now, see, I bring
come get your mama. Okay. All right, so what else? I don't want to interfere. So Nigerian, 6 figures. What else?
Well, he could be American too, but I'm just saying. He would have to have 6 figures. He's definitely got to have some morals. He needs to like to travel because I like to travel. I need you to have a passport. At my age, you should have one. He needs to be educated. Deal breakers are heavy drinkers. I can do social. I really don't like a man that smokes. You know, that's not my deal. He needs to have his teeth in order. I want you to either have some in there or the ones you have need to be in great shape. He needs to be at least healthy. He doesn't have to be, we're not 25 anymore, so I don't expect him to be just where he's muscled up and buff, but know that he cares about himself and his hygiene, his appearance. That's real important.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Well, I like tall and dark. Good teeth. Smell good.
What's the age range you would date, Lola? You're 56.
So looks like, Kendra, let me tell you, I have been attracting from 40 to, let's see, 57. Here recently. I'm doing good in these Houston streets if I just want to keep it out there. But I said as soon as I could, I was going to get on your show and see what happens.
This is one of the things where I can say this, right? I can understand why women are not held, or women can't understand accountability. Right? I can understand why women don't understand accountability, because there's no consequences to their actions. Men will always give women attention. For me, right? With my life, I've changed my focus. It's not about women, right? I've been focused on building myself. I've been focusing on curating my own happiness. And it's not surrounded by women, right? It's not about women. That's not my desire, right? If it happens, happens, right? Cool. But this is the thing. A lot of men give women validation, give women free attention. It's just, and that shit like that, right? When you simp for a woman, when you bend over backer for a woman, you are, just making them the delusional, right? I mean, she could be lying. But, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the thing, right? Don't be surprised. Because again, here's the thing. Women like this will definitely get attention from men. Probably not the men she wants, but they will get attention from men.
But I'll take from, now I need to be able to have a conversation with these people. So let's say 50, 53 to, I don't want them too old, to 60, because I'm 56, so.
53 to 60, 50. You said 50, say the age again?
53 to 60.
Okay. And should he be in Houston?
No, he doesn't have to be in Houston. Preferably, it would be nice, but.
Okay. We got to the money question early. You got to make at least 6 figures.
You do.
Lola says she is standing on business with that
I'm
one.
standing on it.
And this is why, right? Fine, 6 figures, fine. I hope that you do not date, right? Do not break that rule. Do not have sex. Do not break that rule for any man that makes less than 6 figures. Fine, cool. But here's the thing. Do not complain about the men that you want when you get them. Now, that's the only thing. I do not criticize women for their standards. Fine. Have whatever standards you want. Right? Live the life you want. You're 56. If you could get them, you could get them. I mean, these are the women that they are beyond. This is a woman that's, in my opinion, like a 4, if that. And this is the thing, asking for 6-figure men. But this is why I said, right? 6-figure men, in my eyes, they are above average financially, but the men she's talking about, they are below average in my view. So.
And I mean, you know my show, so you already know what they're gonna say in the comments.
I don't care about what the cousins think. They should want their mother, aunt, sister, auntie, whatever they call it, to say the same thing I'm saying. I don't care about the comments. He needs to make 6 figures. No less than, not 99.999. We want the whole 6 figure.
All right, let's do the Kendra camp.
Let me get Asia hold this camera so she can see. Let me go. Let me come out.
Let's see. You're Lola.
Wait,
It's 56.
where am I going?
Lola said, baby. Okay, Lola. Wait, put the camera on her. Not on you, boo. Put it on Lola. Okay, we see you, mama. All right, with your jean shorts. Or you turn around on. Woo, child. Lola, you know you got some paid questions. Do you want them?
Oh God. Y'all go ahead on and pay Kendra because I'm still going for what I said. I don't care.
Okay. Dame Dennis said, do you know that less than 1% of Nigerian men make 100K?
I don't know where you get yours from, baby, but I know for certain. I know for sure. What? Oh, I don't know where you get yours.
Again, you're still single. Only one man, right? One Nigerian man that makes six figures that you married died. Not all of them. So you're still single. It's great. It's great that you know these men. This is the insanity with women. Great. You know millionaires. You know billionaires. You know tall ass men. It is great you know these men. Yet you cannot get a long-term commitment from these men. It don't matter if you know these men. This is why, right? Men like Kevin Samuels say, buy a dog, stay single, and die alone. Right? It is not because you can't get a man. Right? When men say that you can't, you know what, you're going to die alone, it's not because you can't get a man. In my opinion, right? Hell, if I say it, right? If I say that you will die alone, it's not because you can't find a man. It's because you won't find a man that you want to commit to you long term. Plain and simple. That's the reality. That is why men say shit like that. Because again, it's not because you can't get a man. It's because you won't get a man that you want. And that you want to commit to you long term. At 56, yeah, you can't. You're gonna die alone.
And my tribe is Yoruba. I hear you.
Well, why not be with this man you're thinking of right now, Lola?
Because he's deceased.
Oh, okay, he's deceased. Okay,
It's only one man. So she's only been with one man for her whole life?
Been on your show, except to say hi.
Okay, so Lola has had this man that she's describing. So for all those paying, and he passed away. That's the only reason why she's here today. Let me read this before I bring it. Okay. With all due respect, I can't.
I would. You know what? This is the thing. Where I wouldn't pay to ask Kendra a question because I don't really like her. Right? I don't really like her like that. But again, she's not really thinking. She's not really thinking. It's only one man that died. One man that died. He died. She married someone new. Okay? Logic, Kendra. Logic. He died. She married someone new. And divorced that man. Let alone, I'm pretty sure she dealt with other men as well.
Get a much better deal than what I see on the screen. I'm speaking from the perspective of a six-figure brother.
Well, honey, if you can get a better look than what you see right here, you shouldn't be watching. You just shouldn't be here.
They watch to enjoy the hypocrisy, the delusion. It's entertainment. It's not, like, seriously, very few men, in my opinion, are watching this for as I don't know, dating opportunity. Because I'm sorry, if you watching these Kendra shows to pick out a woman to date, you are picking bottom of the barrel women. You are.
Your person should be wherever they are, and I'm right here.
Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all better listen. Lola said, why you here then?
Right. Don't waste time with Lola. Move on. Move on.
Boo. And boo. Okay, Lola. When was your last relationship, boo?
It was February of this year.
February of this year. Okay. February of this year. You're 56. What's the age range?
Ask! Goddamn Kendra! Ask why it failed. God damn, girl, you are so. Yes. Ask why it failed. Okay? This egotistical woman wants to date only particular men. Cool. But why are you failing at it? These men are in abundance, like you said. Like, you know, it's like, why are you failing?
Oh, you already told me. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with somebody?
I'm not answering that, Kendra.
No worries.
Yo, this 56-year-old woman is still for the streets. She's not answering that, and she already told you when did her last relationship end? In February. Yet you're not saying that was the last time you were intimate with a man. This old ass woman is still for the streets. Still giving her body to men that she can't get long-term relationship from. Right? So this is like, I swear to God, any man that's watching this shit and is vetting these women or wanting to get any one of these women, you are a bottom of a barrel man. That is why you are looking for a bottom of the barrel woman. She doesn't want to answer that question because most likely, just recently, within the month or couple, she's had sex with a man. A man she's not in a relationship with. This is a God-fearing woman, right? And having sex with a man outside of marriage. This is why the BS. And you think you deserve or qualify for a six-figure man, right? You desire you only get situationships.
I got a bunch of kids watching, no telling.
Okay.
Exactly, Israelite. You must pay 6 figures, right? And Pookie got to clap for free. See, that's the thing. Good men will think like that. So I have to be at a certain caliber to date your old ass, right? Yet the men that don't need to give you long-term commitment can clap that old ass for free. Yeah, that's why even though these men are 6 figures, they're bottom of the barrel in my view.
3 flaws you have to work on.
So my patience is one of them. See, like that person you had talking would be a waste of my time, my conversation, and my energy at all. I don't have time for that. So I need to work on my patience. My mouth can be lethal too. And
exactly, right? Another thing why I say dating older women or red flags is because their personality is now ingrained in them. Their trauma is ingrained in them. Their bad attitude is ingrained in them. Their bitterness is ingrained. It's not going to change. You're 56. You're not going to change, right? You are the definition of you can't teach old dogs new tricks. You will be bitter. You will have a bad attitude. That is the thing where I said older women are red flags because their bad attitude is ingrained in them now. It's not going to change.
I should work a little bit more on my time management.
Okay, time management. All right. Ooh, child, the questions are coming in for you.
They getting ready to tell me off on there?
I don't know. This is a positive.
Wait a minute, Auntie.
He said, that's right, Auntie. You demand your worth. If a man get angry about your requirements, then clearly you wasn't talking.
You're not demanding your worth, right? Because again, men that become your baby daddies, men that you give your ass to, doesn't mean that's your worth. Okay? A man that, yes, you married one, you divorced another, it not necessarily, it's like your worth. It's like you can demand what you want. Your worth at 56, it shows it, right? You are still looking for commitment to the man you think you deserve. You think, you're worthy of. Yet, yeah, you are only getting situationships. You can't get long-term commitment from the men you think you qualify for. Yeah.
Talking about them, demand your bag.
Demanding it.
All right. Caribbean Beauty said it's really not hard finding a man that makes 6 figures. Let's not forget Black women are out earning y'all.
And that's right.
Okay, does that make sense? This idiot says it's not really hard finding a man that makes 6 figures. Yet Black women are out earning y'all. Is it easy, or it's like you're out earning men? You're out earning men, yet it's not hard to find men that make 6 figures. That don't make sense. Are you out earning them, or are they making 6 figures? So they're making 6 figures, yet you're out earning them. It is hard. It's like, if it's so easy to get commitment, right? To find and get commitment from these 6-figure men, then really Kendra would not have a show, right? Kendra would not have a show. Practically 99% of the women on Kendra G's show asking for 6-figure men. Wow, must be really easy. Yes, total contradiction, right? It must be so easy to find 6-figure men. Is it? Like, statistically, it ain't. In reality, it definitely ain't. So really, it's like pure delusion, pure contradiction. Shit don't make sense.
Right.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, every woman tonight has asked for a dark man making 6 figures. What will set you apart from the other women?
Just what you see right now. Let me tell you, I'm not in competition.
Just what you see right now. So that is what the man deserves. An old withered hag. Old withered bittered hag. Right? This is you are 100% in competition. Okay? This is why the 6-figure men that you do get, it won't last.
Competition with no woman. I am her. I am she, I, Lola. I'm not in competition with any woman. I don't have to set myself apart from them because there's so many beautiful women out here. And so he's going to know when he sees me if this is what you want. And if it's not, I'm okay with that too. Mm. Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Base Orange said, did delusional manifest in a person?
Yeah.
It did. This is why I hate Kendra's show. I really do. To be honest, right? If Kevin Samuel wasn't gone, I would only be doing his show. I would only do his show. But you know what? This is maybe I probably shouldn't, because again, I probably wouldn't be able to say much because Kevin, the Godfather, would have said it all for me. But it's just like Kendra is just like absolutely. She's a terrible host, in my opinion. But I mean, her show is just whack. It's like you don't dig. It's like, okay, you're trying to advertise these women, right? But you're doing a terrible job at it. You're not digging in deep enough. Okay?
Yeah, if that's what you want to say, love. If delusional is you, then that's okay. Maybe it did manifest over there at your house. My house is reality.
Your reality is you're still single at 56. That's reality.
It's reality
I don't know why
here.
they playing with Lola like she.
They should not play with Lola because Lola brings it to the table. She brings her own bag to the table. And
who gives a shit what you bring? It's like you're asking for a man to bring the money already. It don't matter what you bring.
I'm going to have an additional bag if I'm going to have somebody side by side. If not, I can walk alone and be alone. I'll be fine.
Woo! I didn't even ask you. So you obviously make 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Divine Photo says you can want what you want, but would that 6-figure man choose an older woman when he would want a younger version of you?
Baby, let me tell you, it's nothing younger than me that's going to be better than me. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, I'm looking casual and okay for today, but I think I'm pretty good. I'm just gonna tell you, I come to the table with my own things. I don't have to have someone just here to take care of me. I can take care of myself.
Don't see. This is the thing with women, right? Great, you can take care of yourself, but yet you still require it from a man. So really, these are things where women's words are meaningless. Great, you make 6 figures, yet you still require a man to. So really, it don't matter that you make 6 figures. Great, you can take care of yourself, yet you still require a man to help, to either pitch in or to really take care of you. So really, it don't fucking matter, right? It don't matter. This is the thing with women. Great, you are strong, independent, right? Great, you make 6 figures. Great, you are an adult. Great, yet you still require, you still have rules, you still have standards for a man to compensate, to women are tiring.
And when I buy my things, I buy them cash. I don't have the note to tote with it. Just know that.
Okay. This is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the last questions. Don't nobody else pay no more questions. LII said, you good for a good retired bus driver or school teacher. Respectfully, Ati, someone gonna treat you right and respect you, and I ain't even trying to be funny.
Well, let me tell you something, baby. You made it wrong when you said the retired bus driver, unless he owns the bus company itself. He won't be driving Lola.
This is why I have no sympathy for women. I don't. You know what? This is the thing, right? When women, and it's cool, they can date whoever they want. But this is the perfect example why I do not have sympathy for women in the dating market. Now, let's say work, all these other shit, right? Whatever, I don't give a shit about that. In the dating market, I have zero, absolutely zero, maybe even negative, right? Sympathy, empathy for women. When you complain about a man who cheated on you, lied to you, abused you, treated you wrong, made you, like, the futures, right? The baby mamas of the futures, baby mamas of Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, any of these shit. Recently the Dave Grohl shit. I have no sympathy for these women. Absolutely zero. I don't give a shit if these men cheated on you, lied to you, hell, even abused you. I'm sorry. But again, you chose these men. These men are your standards, right? These are your standards. So when you, as an adult, willingly choose these men, right? And like you're so animate, right? These are the only men I want. Only these men. Cool. Yet when these men, right, treat you terribly, you ain't gonna get sympathy from me. Yeah, you probably get sympathy from the other idiotic women online. Whatever. But I will show you no sympathy.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. You guys also have to remember, this is a woman who has had this man, and you said you had him twice.
Every time, Kendra. Even in my younger years, I required that. So I'm not dating a bum. I'm not dating breath and pants. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I don't have...
Kendra, effing ask. Then why do you constantly fail? Right? You have been dating the same exact type of man for the most of your life, for all of your life. You're 56. You're still in the dating market. So you've consistently have failed. Only one man died, okay?
Have to.
Okay, he is spent $20, child. Let me just see what
20. He really want to tell me off.
Right, Wayne Dad said, Women already have unlimited access to average men. That's why they come on looking for above average. I get it.
Did you hear me talking, sweetheart? You should have known. He's still trying to shade it, Asia, a little bit. No, hold on. I have always had an above average man. Always. Even as a little girl, 14, and in high school, I still had the top football player to everybody. You got the wrong person. This auntie, cousin, Lola, whatever you want to call me, is not going for that. I'm sorry.
Okay, no more questions for Lola. All right,
Y'all
Lola.
gonna pay Kendra to death today.
Did I ask you 3 flaws you have to work on?
I'm done. It's whatever. This woman is... It's great. Have whatever standards you want. I don't care about your standards, right? Whatever standards you want, great. At the end of the day, reality, right? Real life will show you what you qualify for, what you're worth. You're 56. You're a divorcee. You know, you've been divorced 2 times. One because a guy passed away. You've 2 baby daddies. And you're still single in your late 50s, your mid 50s. Great. You've consistently dated these types of men. Situationships. Dated these men. Okay. But what does it matter? Right? What does it matter you consistently dated these men? Because you're so idiotic that you can't see that, you know what? I have always gotten the men that I want. Yet, I'm still single at 50. In my 50s. No brain cells whatsoever. But hey, whatever. That's the thing where, you know what, women are just... You know what? That's the thing, right? Men's value is different than women's. Plain and period, right? I know at my age, if I can upgrade myself to a certain level, there will always be a chance for I can get the actual women I want, right? Plus, I don't have insane standards, right? I don't. I really don't have crazy ass standards, but women, who knows, right? All right, so let's move on to some TikToks.
How lonely it gets and how long you may be lonely for, and if it's...
I don't understand how you don't get that.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I can see why people settle. I feel like the part of your healing journey that people don't talk about, or this season of solitude, or just finding yourself again, or healing, people do not talk about how lonely it gets and how long you may be lonely for. And if it's too long, or what may feel like too long, you'll come to this point where you're like, being this alone is taking a toll on me, just like those unhealthy relationships were taking a toll on me. So if both of these things are going to take a toll on me, I might as well do it with somebody. I might as well do it with something I'm used to or something I'm comfortable with. And I feel like, again, this may sound crazy, but we have to, I feel like we have to talk about this, because not a lot of people do. And a lot of people feel this way, and they may feel shameful for feeling this way, but it's like, no, this is normal. A lot of us be feeling like this. People just don't want to admit it. A lot of people stay in relationships because being alone like this, when you're healing, is very difficult. Because
when you're healing, that's why I don't trust women's healing, their supposed healing journey, because it's a bunch of bullshit. It's really just a bunch of BS. This is the thing where it shows you women toxicity. To think that you're going to get into a relationship, right? Get into a relationship, and now your viewpoint is like, I'm settling, right? I'm settling for a man. It's like, that is toxic in my view. absolutely, utterly toxic. Because again, you don't care about them because you don't understand what that does to a man's psyche. To say that I'm settling for you. It's absolutely disgusting. It really is. And it shows you that, you know what? Women's inability of self-reflection. Self-reflection, okay? I've been in terrible relationships. Is it a good idea for me to get into another relationship and perceiving that I'm settling for this man? Is that really a good idea? Am I not now being toxic, being traumatizing to someone else? It's like, this is the thing where women don't give a shit about men. They don't give a shit about men, okay? Because now you are getting in a relationship with a man that in your mind, you are settling for him. It's like, and this is why I say women have such terrible self-reflection skills. No accountability. They don't care. Yes. They don't give a shit. Okay? And here's the thing. There's the likely outcome is the man falls in love with her. While in her mind, she's only using him to get over her loneliness until she's supposedly now in a better place. Using him, right? Using him for maybe his resources, maybe his validation, maybe whatever, his efforts. Using him until, you know what, you are supposedly healed, or you find a man that you don't deem you're settling for. Absolutely disgusting. Women's supposed healing journey is actually just shitting on men.
We're human, and we're not supposed to do life alone. So if you're alone for too long, I'm telling you, you might get to a point where it's like, okay, now, this taking a toll on me. This is taking a toll on me. If your human mind feels like you've been alone for too long, your human mind is going to feel like, maybe I should just go ahead and settle. And your person might be right around the corner. This is where trusting in God comes in at. A lot of people say that and in there. But I'm going to be real. It's easier said than done. It's easier to tell you, just keep on going, trusting God. He has something for you. It's so much easier to say that than to actually do it. If you've walked away from an unhealthy relationship or situation or even friendship, and, maybe you are walking away from your own unhealthy.
This is why I've always said that women that talk about God-fearing man, trusting God, all that bullshit, they say all that shit, okay? And then they do it, right? So let's say this, her situation, right? Trusting in God, go for whatever man, thinking you're assuming you're settling for him. Okay, you go for it. And then you break that man's heart. You break that man's heart, even though you supposedly following God's down. Now you're saying, oh, God told me I'm breaking your heart. God has something better for me. This is the thing where, I'm sorry, this is why I'm not religious, and this is why a lot of men have left religion, have left the church, because honestly, women are using God as a cop-out. Look, it's not my fault, right? It's not my fault, right? I didn't choose to settle for you. I didn't choose to leave you. I didn't choose anything, right? God told me. God pushed me. God did this. God did that. It's like zero accountability. That is why I say when women talk about God, it's a red flag, because honestly, it shows you that this woman has zero self-accountability. Nothing is her fault. Everything is God's will, right? It's God's will. God's will that this man, that I settled for this man. God's will that, I left this man, right? Because, God's going to have me a better man out there. Zero accountability. When women talk about God, when women talk about religion, they are a red flag because of shit like that.
Habits or decision making, and you're healing and you're doing the work, and it's very lonely. You're learning about boundaries and you're communicating these boundaries, and a lot of people have walked away because of those. And it's very lonely, and you've come to a point where it's like, dang, being this lonely is taking a toll on me. I might as well just go back to that. Don't. This is going to sound crazy, but I can see why people settle.
I mean, this is the thing, right? It just, things like this just shows me that, you know, that you know why I say that I think men have it better, right? In the mindset where, here's my opinion, right? My last relationship was shitty. She made my life absolute hell, right? She really turned my life upside down. But here's the thing, right? Why it's so important to have accountability, right? Have self-reflection. Reflect, you know, view in your mind, right? Replay your life. Replay the years that possibly you went with this woman, right? That's what I did, right? I replay the years of being with this woman. And you know what? I recognize that, you know what? I saw the red flags. I see the red flags. I was foolishly choosing to ignore them. It is my fault. I take blame for choosing to be with this woman. I don't blame her, right? I choose to blame. So here's the thing where I say this is where it's so important to have good accountability, good self-reflection, where you view your problem. You know the mistakes you made. You know the mistakes you made. So now you are on a journey to, you know what, move on. Move on. So you don't go back. Okay? You don't go back. And you don't, I'm not going to go to it. Let's say if I meet the next person, I'm not thinking I'm settling for them because I'm healing or I'm, you know, I haven't self-reflected or any kind of problem, right? I'm ready for the next part of my life. Okay? Loneliness, yeah, like deal with it. Deal with it. Like, that's the thing where women are so ridiculous to talk about loneliness. Deal with it. It's just ridiculous that you know what, you choose to be alone, right? How many women say, oh, I choose to be alone? It's like, really, you reject dozens to hundreds of men, and then you complain about loneliness, and then you complain about going back to your ex or going for a man that you will settle for. It's like, absolutely, this is the thing where I don't give sympathy for women, because again, dating is easier for you. It is. You reject men consistently, and now you complain that you're lonely. It's absolutely, it flabbergastes me that you complain about you're lonely when you constantly reject men. Men don't have the same way. Men are truly lonely. Women are knocking on my door. But I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this because, again, it shows you that women's mentality is very weak, very fickle, very just delusional, in my opinion. Right? Her journey of, like, you know, it's her journey. This is just shows me that the women's so-called healing journey is absolutely ridiculous. It's just them wasting time and giving excuses for possible bad mistakes, possible actions they make. Right? It's not that hard to, you know what, self-reflect, view your problems, understand the problems you make, move on. But hey, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this one? Oh, that is so true. Wasting other people's time is insane to me. They are, and that's what I hate, right? You're not just wasting other people's time, you are traumatizing them in the process, right? I've seen so many stories when men say that it broke their heart to hear the women that they love said that they're settling for them. It is absolutely heartbreaking. All right, so this is an interesting video, right? I'm a little bit pissed because this woman, right? She made two videos, okay? This one is about the passport bros. She made another video that was so perfect in the sense that it will show her hypocrisy. It shows her hypocrisy. I will show you the other video, but it's like Stitch. She deleted the original videos because it was proof. It showed clearly her hypocrisy. But we'll check this one out.
Passport bros are just men who participate in check tourism, intimacy tourism. Men who are passport bros say they can't get femininity, but what they really mean is subservience and an inability to leave. Due to majority of the time going to poorer countries and seeking out women who specifically have less access to funds, you and Jeffrey Epstein have more in common than I think even you would like to admit. Passport bros are just men who participate in...
I love the delusion of women, the hypocrisy of women. So here's the woman that says, okay, men that go for women overseas, right? In, let's say, third world countries. They're going for women only to get subservient women, right? That's why, right? That's why these men are going overseas to get subservient women. This is a thing where women will just say whatever shit they want, where there's no logic based to it. There's no actual understanding. There's no care. Okay? So men are going overseas because they want to control the women over there. Because these women don't have the money, right? So you are spending money on these women because they don't have it. You are trying to dominate them, get women that are subservient. Okay, really? This is a thing where, and these women are, this is going to be funny, right? This is going to be ridiculous, but these women are ridiculous, okay? Now, I've always said this, right? I've talked my piece about passport bros. Not every man that travels overseas is, in my opinion, a passport bro. That's my opinion. What I deem, right? What I see, what I learn. What is a passport bro? Is a man, a good average man that is fed up with the dating scene in the Western world. So he is going overseas to use his own resources to find a woman that fits him. He's looking for happiness, okay, legally, that fits his tax bracket, fits his lifestyle. Right? He's not forcing any woman. In my opinion, that's what I'm saying. These types of men, they're not forcing any woman. Yeah, I mean, they're not forcing any woman, right? They are courting these women regardless, right? They're courting these women. But again, it's with their tax bracket. So this is what I will show you the hypocrisy of this woman, right? The insanity of women like this. So let's go.
Here's the reality for men who have an issue with sprinkle. If you don't want to date a woman who wants you to provide for her financially, or you don't want to date a woman who looks a certain way and you want access to her for less, then the conversation of sprinkle really doesn't apply to you. Majority of the men that are upset about sprinkle don't have the financial capability of even being part of the conversation of sprinkle. I have had vacations bought for me. I have had clothes shopping sprees bought for me. I have had men who have bent over backwards financially to show me what they have financially. And all it's done without me asking, begging, and pleading them to do so.
Couldn't disagree.
So that's why I'm kind of pissed, right? She deleted that video. Okay? And that's why I have to use this Stitch video. She deleted that video because it was a perfect counter argument for the first video that I showed you. Right? So let's play that again. And that's why I'm so pissed that this woman is so idiotic, yet so... She couldn't even stand on the words she said, right? You couldn't even stand 10 toes down on the effing words you said. You had to delete your video. Right? I didn't want to like cop this guy's video, right? But we'll probably look a little bit about him. I saw his videos from time to time, but again, let's rewatch it.
Here's the reality for men who have an issue with sprinkle. If you don't want to date a woman who wants you to provide for her financially, or you don't want to date a woman who looks a certain way and you want access to her for less, then
you don't want to date a woman that wants to provide for you financially. Yet, men, right? men that go overseas to provide. He's providing for these women, right? Men that the passport bros that go overseas to date, to marry these women. These women are not going for these men for free. These men are providing for these women. And yet, in that case, right, when it comes to passport bros, it's not about providing. It's about finding subservient women. Yet in her view, right, when it deals with her and Western women, it's providing, right? It's providing. The hypocrisy in that. To deal with, okay, the men that you deal with, the men that spend cash on you, right, is not trying to find subservient women, right? And it's this is the insanity. It is okay for you to extract the resources from the men that give you the resources. Yet, when men give resources to women overseas, that is what? Something that you want to talk about? Something that you want to shame?
Conversation of sprinkle sprinkle really doesn't apply to you. Majority of the men that are upset about sprinkle sprinkle don't have the financial capability of even being part of the conversation of sprinkle sprinkle. I have had vacations bought for me. I have had clothes shopping sprees bought for me. I have had men who have bent over backwards financially to show me what they have financially.
Men that bend over backwards to spend money on you. It's like this is the thing. This is what I love the internet, in a sense where it will show you people's hypocrisy, especially women. Here's a woman that is putting down passport bros, yet she is fine from taking advantage of men's, right, financially. She is fine with taking advantage of men financially, yet she will put down passport bros who are trying to provide for women outside of the country. It's absolutely idiotic.
Done without me asking, begging, and pleading them to do so.
Couldn't disagree with this video more, and let me explain why. As I always do, I'm going to give you a little recap of most of this video. This girl is implying that girl Sprinkle Sprinkle, for those who don't know, it is like the female version of, I guess, Kevin Samuels. Her whole entire stick is basically use men for their money, and she's implying that the only reason men would be offended by this is that they don't have money and they don't have access to these women. One point in the video, she literally says this.
The reality is that men who are upset with Sprinkle Sprinkle, the reality is that they're upset because they don't have the money to provide what women who want Sprinkle Sprinkle want. If they were a man with financial means, they would not be upset with Sprinkle Sprinkle. You can come on here and see any man who has money not being upset about Sprinkle Sprinkle.
What does that even mean? If you come on here, you can see men who have money don't get upset about Sprinkle Sprinkle. How would somebody be able to see that? So listen, I don't like to talk about my financial status on here, but I do pretty well. So I'm going to be the guy that tells you that I still have a problem with Sprinkle Sprinkle, and I am one of the guys that can have access to the women that you're talking about. I'll tell you why, because it's the same thing that if men came on this app and said that the only women they wanted to date were gorgeous women and that their only value was their appearance and that, you know, that's what you should be aiming for. I implied that the only women who are going to have issues with that are going to be women who are too ugly to even sleep with, that you wouldn't even want to do it anyways. You recognize that maybe the issue is that as a normal guy, you can still sit there, even if you have money, and say, hey, I would want to...
I'm probably not going to play all of his thing, right? But this is the thing, right? Men don't have a problem with providing. They have a problem with what they get in return for providing. Plain and simple. Men do not have a problem with providing. Men do not have a problem with paying for dates, right? Before the whole 50-50 shit, right? Splitting of the check, all that crap. Men have never had a problem with being a gentleman, with paying for dates, with providing. Men never had a problem. Men know it. When you want to get a girl, you will have to spend money. Period. Right? When you want to get a woman, you have to spend money. Men know the reality, right? When it comes to women. The issue is, what do men get in return? A lot of men are realizing, what do I get in return for this? I can spend all I want, all right? all she wants. I can give her so much resources. I can let her extract so much resources out of me. At the end of the day, what am I getting? What am I getting? One, probably ghosted. Two, probably used, right? Used for dates, used for dinners, used for experiences, right? Or go on a date, get deemed settled for, and then cheated on. Or, you know what? Go on dates, get in a relationship, get married, and then get divorced, right? What am I giving my resources for? I.e., let's say this, right? Average men, good average men are realizing, do I want to use my resources on Western women who has the ideology that, you know what, if you are not what I want, if you are not, if I'm settling for you, if I could get better, right? I will divorce you. I will divorce you, break up this marriage, break up this family. If I feel like it, I will take half. I will leave you on to the next man. Average man think about, does that really make sense for me? Why not go to a country, right? Even if it's third world, where women actually have more of a sense of, you know what, marriage is, yo, Cash, what's up? Thank you for joining tonight. Where women, at least in third world country, value marriage more than women of the West. They value marriage more. They value family more. Okay? And it's like, unless you are like an abusive man, right? Like really abusive, really toxic, they don't divorce easily. Okay? Women of third world countries, they don't divorce easily. They will divorce you if you are a shitty ass man. Right? They will divorce you. But if you are a good average man, that you want to provide, you want a family, you want a wife, why would they divorce you? Because they get better? They know that they're, you know, maybe a better looking man in their own country. Doesn't mean that they would have gone with that man. No. Because you know what? They know the building blocks of a relationship, of a marriage, of a family. Okay? You have to be good to her. Treat her with respect. Treat her with love. Provide for her. Okay? Be essential to her life. Not because, you paid for my Birkin bag. You know what? There's another man that could do it too. So I'm going to leave you. Right? Even if I have kids for you, even if I've been married to you, I'm going to leave you, and I think I'm going to look for better. No. It is not easy. It's not women in the East, women in third world countries don't think divorce is optimal. Breaking a family is great. They don't. So that is the insanity that I wanted to bring. And I was really mad, right? I was really mad that woman deleted the videos. Okay? She deleted her videos. It showed her hypocrisy. Okay? This is the thing with a lot of Western women. They don't want these passport bros, yet, right? And this is the thing. Yet they want these men to be there, right? If these women want them, okay? I.e., last guys finish last. I mean, nice guys finish last. Sorry. Because here's the thing. These passport bros are essentially the nice guys that these women would get in the end after the, the carousel riding, right? After the carousel riding, after dating toxic men, after dating abusive men, dating liars, getting into terrible relationships. These passport bros, those men were supposed to be there when these women finish their trauma journey, right? These passport bros were supposed to be there. These men that essentially made the passport bros, or essentially part of the passport bros, these men were supposed to be there when these women were ready for these men. That's my view, right? That's how I see it. So a lot of these women are mad that, you know what? These average men are leaving to use their finances for women outside of the West. But I don't know. That's my view. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Mystic, right? Most in those countries were trained to be from childhood to be wise, right? Take care of their family, right? Learn the values of of family and marriage, right? And not think about, oh, the grass is greener, right? Or you leave your husband who is treating you good. Like being selfish. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's go for another one. Speaking of the passport bros, right? All this, like how Western women's are, right here. This is the antithesis of Western women.
You are not his job seeker. You're not supposed to write his resume for him.
Damn it.
You're not supposed to make a to-do.
I think people think that I'm like joking when I say don't do shit for a man. I'm being serious. Don't do anything. Don't get on your googs. If he said he wanted to go to funeral school, I don't want you to look up the next best cemetery that's about to open a course in session. That's not your role. They don't need your help. And if they do, they shouldn't be with you. And I mean that not to be vindictive or mean or rude, but men that want to be in relationship and want to like love up on their woman, they are self-sufficient. There's really not much more to say.
You are not his job seeker. You're not...
This is the thing, right? Men are seeing this. Men are seeing this. I'm gonna replay this again, right? Women do not want to build with men. Cool, right? Fine. You don't want to build with men. Women want already built men. Cool. You want already built men. Okay. But yet, you want these already built men to value you, right? You want these already built men to respect you, to treat you like an equal, to treat you with what, right? To treat you with, I don't know, to love you. It's like, this is a thing. To think that you're special. You weren't there, right? You weren't there during his hard times. You were only there, right, when he's at the top. So, when a man is at the top, when you want him, are you surprised that other women want him? And you surprised that he has no loyalty to you? It's like ridiculous that these women are just so funny, right? Why I say women's ideology is their failure, right? It's the failure that it's what caused their failures in relationship. Women like this, women like these, right? You wonder why the passport bros were created, because shit like this is unbelievable. You're not a helpmate. You're not his helpmate. You are his leech. You are this man's leech. Okay? The only thing you do is drain his resources and maybe give up your body. You are his escort. You are his escort. You're just his escort until he finds another escort. You're a leech. You're an escort. Right? You are only extracting his resources and giving him your body when you see fit, right? When he can pay for it.
To write his resume for him. You're not supposed to make a to-do.
I think people think that I'm like joking when I say don't do shit for a man. I'm being serious. Don't do anything. Don't get on your googs. If he said he wanted to go to funeral school, I don't want you to look up the next best cemetery that's about.
And you wonder why men use women, right? You wonder why. It's like, this is the thing, right? How many times I've said it? How many times I've said it that, you know what? Women's only value, a lot of them, right? I'm not saying all, but a lot of women's only value is their body. It's their body, that's it. Hell, cooking and cleaning, they force you to do part of it too. So really, that's not useful. childcare, they want you to be a part of that too. So really, childcare, cooking and cleaning, they want you to be a part of all those. So really, what good? What value do women have besides their body? Right? Women's career is meaningless. Women's jobs, women's money is useless. Okay? Even the idea of you being his helpmate, of you being there through his bad times, is meaningless because they don't do it.
To open a coursing session. That's not your role. They don't need your help. And if they do, they shouldn't be with you. And I mean that not to be vindictive or mean or rude, but men that want to be in relationship and want to like love up on their woman, they are self-sufficient.
Yeah. And the same men will don't value you. They don't need you. All you're good for is your body. Right? You've not been useful to him. You are not an integral part of his life. Because you've shown that you have not been an integral part of his life. All you're good for is your body, is your youth. That's it. Ridiculous.
There's really not much more to say.
You are not his job seeker. You're not supposed to write his resume for him.
And I hope this is a stitch of this. She was really low. This old white woman saying you're not his job seeker. You don't write his resume. You don't help him. You don't do nothing for him. I'm going to try to find the original video so I could, make a video on that. But listening to older women is only gonna hurt younger women. You wonder why men prefer younger women. So before you be damaged by the wisdom of older women. Yeah, that's great. This is a thing where, I've said this before. You wonder why, right? Men are how they are today, right? The consequences of women's actions. The passport bros were created because of shit like this. Okay? Red pill was created because of shit like this. 50-50 dating was created because of shit like this. Coffee dates were created because of shit like this. Right? The death of the gentleman, the death of chivalry was created because of shit like this. Like, this is the thing. Every change you see in the modern world is created because of shit like this. Because of women like this. Yeah, she probably ain't got a man. I mean, women like this is only good for, like mystics say, pump and dump. Right? That's it. These women will have strings of pump and dumps. This is the thing where, and the comment sections are just filled with women. Filled with women and just saying a whole lot of crap. That's the poison of it, right? But yeah, the tyrant. Mr. Smith, thank you for stopping by. Yes, older women have too much resentment, unrealistic expectations, and delusions. Whole lot of hypocrisies, right? Whole lot of bitterness. That's what they're passing down to the younger generation. Bitterness, right? Unrealistic expectations, delusions. That's what they're passing down to younger women. Why? Because again, these younger women are their competition. So if the younger women are just as shitty as the older women, it gives these older women a chance. It gives these older women a chance. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Oh, I was just looking at something. Let's This is a 3-part. This is like a woman's dating journey, right? One of her date nights. I think it's interesting. I sometimes like to check out these women's date videos, right? Because it's always, yeah, right, missus. It's always interesting, these women's dating, their dating life, right? It's funny. It's good to get a interesting view from it. So let's check it out, right? 3 videos, right? 3 clips. So.
Going on a date today. I'm going on my first Hinge date. We're going on a date today. So basically, on this date, I had been talking to this guy on Hinge for like, honestly, just a few days. I think we matched on the weekend. He messages me on Tuesday. We talk just a little bit, just a little banter back and forth, and he asked me out. So I'm really excited because he's cute. He was my type. And honestly, he had everything I was looking for. He happened to be Nigerian, which, you know, I'm always on the fence about, but he had grown up here, so I was like, okay, things should probably be different. And he was from the Midwest. Well,
this is the thing, right? Women's type is always funny, right? Women's type is always funny because women show their type is just shitty ass men. That's women's type, shitty ass men.
not Midwest, but like lower Midwest. I just don't want to say the state. And we had planned this date, and I was supposed to meet him on Friday, which is when I did the get ready with me to go do. I did the whole video. Anyways, so I get dressed, I meet him up there. I'm actually pretty excited. He's very tall. His profile, he's like 6'1" or 6'2". He works in private equity, and he was a good looking guy. So really excited. I get to the restaurant, it's fine, like we're cool, everything's like great. See him. I'm just nervous because it's my first date since like really like my first like actual date where I actually like am attracted to the person since I've been single, and I've been single for like about 10-11 months at this point. And I get to the restaurant, we're talking, everything is going great, the banter is fine, and then I ask him what college he goes to, and like he's just like, oh, it's this really small college up north on the East Coast. He says the name. Now I literally couldn't pretend, like I couldn't hide my face. I literally jaw dropped. Why? Because this college is a very specific school. It's very small. The total population of the entire university is about 2,000 people, slightly more, like 2,200 people. So really, really small. My ex happened to go here. One thing my ex always told me is everybody in this college knows everybody. So I'm like, oh God, wow. If he went to like NYU or something, I'd be like, fine, you know, he probably doesn't know anybody. No, I knew they knew each other. So he's like, what? I'm like, were you ever like in a frat? Because my ex was in a frat. He was like, yeah. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, my ex graduated from there. He says, what year? The year my ex graduated, a year before him. He's like, what's his name? I say his name. He was like, yeah, that's my friend. So I'm on a date with my ex's friend. I'm not the...
What's her type, right? This is what I want to share too, right? Women's type is always their failure, right? Never trust a woman that says, oh, I date outside my type, because they don't. They really don't. They think they do by saying, oh, I date a white man, right? If they're black, or if you're a white woman, I date a black man. Yet he's still the same type, okay? He maybe 6 foot, athletic, maybe it's really a clear cut, like they're mirror images, just probably like change of facial or race. They're the same.
Type of person who's going to like go out with my ex's friends. I'm sorry, I don't dip in the same honey pot. No, like, you know, no, I'm not gonna do that. So at that point I was like, well, this was fun, date's practically over, so let me go. And he was just like, no, it's fine, we're not even close like that, it's fine, like let's just keep going on the date. So I'm like, okay, knowing that I probably wouldn't see him after this any longer, but whatever. We're having such a great time, laughing. He's really funny, he's making me laugh, he's telling me stories. I'm having such a great time. And here's where it starts going south. We leave the restaurant. He said we were going to dinner. We only got drinks, only 2 drinks. And I was like, huh, he said he was gonna order some food, and then we ended up not ordering anything, and I was just like, okay, whatever, it's fine, it's cool. We leave the restaurant, we're walking in Five Die because he knew the restaurant because he used to live close by. We're walking in Five Die, and he said he wanted to show me this like park up somewhere. It's a closed area, so we're gonna have to sneak in. I'm like, sure. As we're walking, he's walking far ahead of me, and I'm like, this is so, I don't know, this is like kind of weird. Like, and I'm wearing heels, he's wearing regular shoes. I'm like, why are you walking so far ahead of me? I was really cold, so I wasn't really paying attention or whatever. And so I was like shivering. I was like, God, why is it so cold? Like 69 degrees out, but we're by the water because Five is the tip of Manhattan. We're by the river. And he was like, oh, you'll adjust. He wasn't wearing a jacket, so I didn't expect him to give me my jacket, but like, that's not a nice thing to say, I thought to myself. And I'm like, okay, whatever. We ended up sneaking up into this like hidden park that he was telling me about. And like, there were a lot of stairs. He's like going, I'm like following behind.
I also think it's weird. She's already not interested in him, right? But yet it seems like she is. That's why women's viewpoint is so silly, right? It's really silly. You just said in your mind, like, this is, you'll never see him again. Yet you find red flags in him regardless. Are you actually into him and you're noticing things, or because it's like, are you invested in it or are you not? Yes, very nice chest. Yes, I agree.
Trucking with my heels. I can walk in heels pretty comfortably, but it was like, I don't know, I'm just used to something different. I'm just used to like a different type of care. We get there, everything's cool, we're like laughing, joking while I race you, like it's cool. Someone eventually comes and kicks us out. We're having like a pretty decent time, and then we're continuously walking. As we're walking, he's still far ahead of me, and like I'm like, do you just not care if I'm like beside you? I'm used to, like, when I'm with a guy, he always makes sure I'm inside, he always makes sure I'm safe. I'm used to a certain type of courtesy, so I guess I was expecting that. Wrong. Now we see some city bikes like parked at some point, and I was like, oh, do you want to bike? Like, do you want to go for a midnight ride? Because it was like midnight at this point. And he was like, you know what, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, bet. So he goes up to it, and he was just like, oh, I also get these for free. He's like putting it in, and I'm trying to like figure out mine. He's like, oh, I get these for free. And I'm like, oh, if you get these for free, can you get mine for free? And he was like, I just did mine, so no. I'm like, okay, no problem. I paid for mine. Now, I'm not going to get into what I think a man should pay for or whatever, but like I said, I'm used to a different type of courtesy. We're biking, he's ahead of me. He's always ahead of me. He'll turn back and look to see if I'm trailing behind, but I'm biking in heels, and he's ahead of me. Even when he's turning, I don't know where he's
why would you it's like, why would you even suggest it then? Sometimes it's just women's like viewpoint on things is just weird. Why would you suggest biking then? Yeah, him paying, it's like, really? It's
turning to, I have to turn, and we're biking, and there are like cars and everything, and the whole time I'm just thinking to myself, do you like even like me? Like, I don't know, like there's just a way you act like when you actually care about someone, or like you're getting to know someone and you want to know more about them and you care. I wasn't getting that at all. I felt like I was being kind of punished, and he's like biking ahead and whatever. Either way, they kept going up and down like this, because at some point we started like joking around. We're biking down the West Side Highway, and like we're racing each other, and it's like fun, and we're talking, and it's like great. Now we start biking towards, he was like, oh, let's turn this way. This way was,
and it's weird, right? Her conversation, how she's telling the story. She said things are great, and then she notices red flags. Things are great, and she knows, it's like, I don't know what you, it's like, do you like him or you don't? That's the thing where I don't understand her.
Towards his apartment. I'm like, okay, I asked him what he's looking for on Hinge. We talk about that briefly, like what we're doing here. And then I'm going to skip some parts and not give like full details, just for like, you know, we dock our bikes. He helps me kind of put it on, and then he just starts walking. And you would think, you know, like when you're in a relationship with someone and they're mad at you and they just like walk ahead of you and they leave you. That's the vibe I'm getting. So I'm like struggling. Picture like Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber when he skated off and she fell back. That's kind of like how I'm struggling to get here. So I'm like, you know, wait for me, ha ha ha. And then we're still kind of joking. Eventually, we're like walking down this like road, like the sidewalk, and there was a bar, and like people are drunk and trying to get in. He's still ahead of me, so I stopped. At that point, I was very irritated, because it's like, you don't care for me, so I'm gonna see if you're gonna notice if I'm behind you. He walks a little bit, and then he turns around and he looks, and he was like, I'm like, you keep walking ahead of you. I've complained about this multiple times. You don't care. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, we get to where his apartment is, and it's a walk up. The stairs are marble. I'm trying to walk up and he's going. And I have to turn around like, thanks for holding out your hand to help me up the stairs. And he's like, nothing happened like that was like remotely sexual or any of that. He did not even hold my hand, nothing. Like I don't know if you like, you know when you can see a couple and you can tell that someone doesn't like, one person doesn't like the other. That's literally the vibe I got. And I was like, well, you said we should continue this date. If you like me, you would have, like, I like whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, is it me? I'm like smelling myself. Do I stink? Because like, why are you walking that ahead of me? I know I sprayed perfume before I left. I know I sprayed deodorant. Like, I'm like looking around, smelling my breath, like, what did I do? Anyways, eventually, when I leave his apartment, like I said, nothing happened because this man did not even hold my hand. We, at first in the restaurant, we were joking, we were being sarcastic, but at some point, you know, when you're like, at some point in the day, sarcasm like has its closing time, not here. He continued to be sarcastic the entire night, and I was like, okay, like, I feel like low-key I'm being negged. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm really being negged, and I don't know what I've done to deserve this, and it's making me feel bad. As I'm leaving, he basically gave each other a hug. As
I just, you know, a lot of things where I want to show you this is just like women's. This is women's dating life, and it's just, it's a good perspective to have, right? And it just shows me like these are women. This is her type. This is her type, right? Remember in the beginning, this is her type. This is her type of man. You always wonder why women, right? They give so much effort, leeway, whatever, to their type, right? Their type of man, right? They will break rules for those men, right? They will, you know, do bend over backwards for these types of men. You always wonder why women will go for the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, whatever. Because these are their type.
giving me a hug, the hug is like really dry. And I was like, okay, give him a hug. And then he walks me to the door. He lives like 2 flights, walks me to the door, and he leaves. And he goes back into his apartment, and then I leave. I got into my Uber and I just started crying because I was like, the fact that this is my first date, this is such an awful experience. And I know it had nothing to do with me. It's probably his personal things, but I genuinely felt like shit. And like,
here's the thing, it does have to do with you. That is your type. That, how that man is, he's your type. Hell, he is a friend of your ex. Your ex. Right? He was your ex for a reason. It's like these women can't, like, just like the Kendra G video I did. Women consistently date the same type of man and then wonder, why am I still single? Why am I having a hard time? Why am I constantly picking these types of men? Wake up! You are the problem. Right? Wake up! You want these men. And then you get only failure from dating these types of men. Wake up.
it was just like, I did.
That I admit, right? That dude, when like he did won the day, right? Honestly, I was wondering why he continued, but you know what? To be honest, he was probably using her just to waste time, right? Just for the experience, just to hang out and chill. When he said like, okay, bye, that was mad. He didn't care, right? He did not care. I think that honestly, in my opinion, where for him, where the story took a left turn is probably at the beginning, where she said she was going to end the date, right? When she felt like he knew her ex-boyfriend, and then she said that she probably didn't want to end it and all this stuff. In his mind, like, hell with it, right? I'm already out, right? I have nothing to do, so really, I'm just gonna chill with this girl until I'm ready to go home, right? I think that's where he took a left turn, right? Where that's it. I'm using this girl just to fill out the dead space.
Not deserve any of this. I don't know what I did. Like, and I know you did not know that, like, me and my ex were together, because like you said, you guys barely, like, you guys don't text each other or anything. You're not that close. So why was I being treated like this? Like, the entire date was just literally so bad. So,
the entire date was so bad. That's why it's like, you really can't understand women's train of thought, because you guys heard it yourself. Plenty of moments within that date, she said it was great. So does it make sense that now her assessment of the date was totally bad? It's like throughout the date, she's repeated multiple times that it was great.
yeah, I came home and I just like really felt bad about myself, and like obviously teared up about it, but like he didn't do anything to harm me, nothing. I just felt like he hated me, and so that's just like literally that. But it's not even the worst I've experienced within trying to go back on Hinge. So I think the biggest gag of all probably was the fact that he then texted me afterwards like, I had a really great time, I hope you had fun too, I would love to do this again sometime. Yeah, I think that probably was what sent me into a spiral.
You know, this is a 9-minute video, so I probably won't go to her next clip. I didn't know how long it was, right? So it is what it is. I just wanted to show, because I want to do, like, I see a lot of these TikTok videos of women talking about their dating life. I wanted to react to, I want to react to more of them, you know, down the road. Because I think it's a good perspective, right, for men to see women's dating life. So you get a good view of women's hypocrisies, delusions, how they view things, right? How they go about things, how they view the date. Because here, just one thing, right? She has said multiple times the date was great. Right? She did say that there was red flags, but she said multiple times that the date was great. And then she said the whole date was terrible. Okay, what? And here's the thing where you also say, like, this is your type. Right? Men like this is your type. And then you fail, right? That's what I said. I said this in the Kendra G video. You constantly, fine, you can have whatever type you want. Do not complain when your type is your failure. Do not complain when you cannot get long-term relationship from your type. She's complaining, right? She's saying how bad it's just you. This is your type. This is what you want. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I like to do these, reaction videos of women's dating journey or whatever, because I think it's interesting. I hope you guys like it, but tell me if you guys do. All right, guys. I think it was good now. I mean, honestly, how he did it, where it's stuck on her brain. So, would I be surprised that she'd give him another chance? I wouldn't be surprised, because 1, he's her type. Okay. 2, she's in her feelings about it. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and you know what? That's the thing, right? I think, honestly, women's type is usually men that play mind games. Those are the men that win. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised that she would give the guy another chance. All right, guys. I think it was a decent live. Again, if you guys missed the beginning, I said, I'm tired, right? Come after work. Come off work late, but I wanted to do this live because, again, you guys are amazing, right? Mystic, Mr. Smith, Hybrid, Cash, now Israelite. Like, you guys have been the few followers, right, that consistently or support me often. This is why I do the lives, right? Because I want to show my love and support for you guys as well, right? Because you guys are the reason why I do these things. Because I love that you guys, want to support, want to check out my shit, listen to the things I say. That's why I do these lives. Even though, yeah, I had a long day of work. We came home late. I mean, I came home late, so I don't care. You know what? This is the thing, right? For me, I'm going to I want to download the UFC fight. I'm gonna be watching that tomorrow, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't know Canelo was gonna fight tonight. So, but I'm not a boxing fan. I'm a UFC fan. I swear to God, if I could stream UFC, I would be doing that. But you know, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Check out Hybrid. I hope the Canelo fight is good. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. See you guys next time.